Hi everyone, I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com here alongside the voice of the Sounders, Arlo White. A 2-1 Sounders win over the Chicago Fire. We talked earlier in the week about maybe the best team coming into Quest Field here with Monterey. This may have been the most exciting game here at Quest Field with a 92nd minute goal winner by Fredy Montero.
And without being wise after the event, Matt, you kind of got a sense it was happening as well. As soon as the ball went up with 4 minutes, there was a feeling it was inexorable in the second half. We were driving forward, good movement. Montero was brilliant, just sliding passes through. There were just inches in it. You know, past sliding plays in front in the 6-yard box or crosses just a little bit too high. But there was that sense that there would be another chance. Could we take it? Montero was brilliant. The cross by Nathan Sturgis was absolutely outstanding. You know, the Sounders need to improve their set-piece play. There's no question about it. But as a standalone cross with his wrong foot, although he's just told me over there he used to play left-back for the US national team in the age group levels, was just brilliant. And you saw it unfolding, and you saw Montero, who was loitering at the back post, and it just dropped perfectly onto his forehead, and he took the header brilliantly. So exciting. This run that we're on is brilliant. It was important to come back having lost 2 CONCACAF Champions League games, but I thought the second half performance in particular, the desire to play football, I didn't think Chicago were in it, and I think in the end it was a thoroughly deserved 3 points.
And the first come-from-behind win of the year for the Sounders. Yeah. And really, after the penalty, I don't think anyone on the field or in the stands felt like they were out of this one.
No, and Chicago were probably a little bit fortunate to and I know the call is going to be controversial, and I've said in the call up in the booth that if that was in the opposition penalty area, we'd be screaming for a penalty. And Casey Keller's just told me that it's never a penalty because it's hit the thigh and bounced up onto the hand. So there is that argument that it was completely unintentional. But it's an ambiguous law. And again, that old cliche, you've seen them given. Because and announcers say it a lot. It isn't just me, you know, because there is no clear definition of that law, so it leaves, there are grey areas. But anyway, look, it was given. It was well taken by Thorrington, which Casey was keen to point out as well, because it went into the top corner, didn't it? Very good penalty. But we came back really, really well. And Tyson Wall coming in for Gonzalez. What a lovely bendy cross that went behind their defence, and Montero took up a great position there as well.
Right, and we've seen this out of Montero all year.
Yeah.
These assists coming from Tyson Wall, Nathan Sturgis, guys that maybe we didn't expect to see this type of play from when we started the season.
Absolutely, and Tyson took his chance really well today, and all over the field now. I'm not saying that Leo's going to be dropped and Tyson's going to be the new left-back. It's too simplistic to say that, but at least Ziggy knows that if this happens again, or if there is a drop-off in performance from Leo, that he's got somebody to come in and do a great job. Zach Scott, you know, maybe unlucky to miss out. He's a good defender as well. You know, and all over the field, Nate Jake was busting a gut to try and get in ahead of Blaise Kufo. And Kufo led the line well again today, and the goal will come. But all over the field, all of a sudden, there's competition everywhere. Everyone's on their toes. There's a vibrancy about the whole squad. There's a feel-good factor, and it's just exciting to be a part of this at the moment. A really, really interesting time of the Sounders' existence. 7
unbeaten in MLS play. Looking at the schedule, they've got tough games ahead of them,
Yep.
but it really does feel like they're not going to lose in the near future.
It's amazing, isn't it? Because on the bad run, and I think I talked about it in the call, there was that 10-game span when we only took 7 points, and it started at Toronto in a game we probably should have won, and culminated in what I think is the watershed game so far this season, which was the Galaxy away on July the 4th. In that period, you looked at every game and thought, oh God, we're not going to win this one, or they're really good, you know. And then now they've grown a couple of feet taller. Nobody looks unbeatable. There's some good teams, and you have to respect all of them, but nobody looks unbeatable at the moment. And the way that they're playing, and again, I go back to that desire to play the game. There's that confidence. Ozzy Alonso was brilliant. You know, all trying, and it's all going through Montero at the moment, just trying to play the game, trying to be intricate, trying to play good football. And I was so glad today that there was an end result to it and a winning goal, because they deserved it. They thoroughly deserved it.
Next up on the schedule, the Open Cup semifinal, Wednesday night at Starfire Sounders in Chivas, USA. And we keep saying this over and over again, quite possibly the biggest game of the year.
Yeah. Just before we get on to that, I just want to say Freddie Lundberg fantastically got a great reception. thought the boos were brilliant because he would have chuckled to himself because they weren't nasty. It was all in the fun of it, and you know, he'll be disappointed going home having lost the game. I think he'd have been delighted with a 1-1 draw tonight. His influence waned as the game went on a little bit, but you know, welcome back, thanks for everything, and good luck, I think is the message. Chivas, we've got a webcast to do Wednesday. Looking forward to that. Can you imagine the atmosphere in this stadium if we get past Chivas? I don't want to put the hex will do. I don't want to put the hex on us, but if we do, and there's an Open Cup final here in October, my goodness, I mean, the roof will just come off the place. And the opportunity, the potential of us lifting a trophy here, got to win 2 games to do that, but is brilliant. And then on to New England to play on the gridiron in Gillette Stadium. Look, the guys keep playing. If they keep playing the way they are playing, then there are some exciting times ahead this season. They really are.
And they start Wednesday at Starfire. You can, again, like you mentioned, you can catch the webcast right here on SoundersFC.com. We're looking forward to it. This has been your review. He's Arlo White. I'm Matt Gash for SoundersFC.com.